The UEFA Champions League has returned, and we are all winners because of it. Welcome back to the Sports Vault Jersey. Joe Archino back here, and obviously a full day of results just ending a couple moments ago. The biggest headline of all on the day has to be Barcelona 7-0 thrashing over Celtic. Now, I know Barcelona isn't the Gibraltar Red Imps like Celtic fell to earlier in the summer, but 7-0 nonetheless is quite a substantial loss. And you look at Barcelona, obviously they've got some circumstances on their side coming off the really surprising loss this past weekend. But everything just looked perfect. It's the Barca bros. It's Suarez finding the net. It's Neymar finding the net. And 4 assists for Neymar. And then Messi with 4 goals to his own name. His 6th hat-trick of his career in the Champions League. 40th hat-trick of his entire career. Not just counting the Champions League. So I think you look at Barcelona. Iniesta also scored. It was something they definitely needed to come off of the disappointing loss of this weekend. And they really imposed their will every second of this match. Now, I tried something new from this match, and most of the time, I would pick 1 or 2 matches and really focus on watching those two the most, and then I'd get by and watch the other ones later. But I was trying out something new on Fox where it's kind of like NFL Red Zone, where they show you just every match second after second. They split to each and every one, so you get to see a little bit of everything, and they take you to the goals or to good opportunities. And to me, I love NFL Red Zone, so this is basically the same thing, but for the Champions League, and I thought that was really cool. So if you haven't checked that out yet for Fox Sports, they definitely have something really cool. It gives you a little bit of a taste of everything. But it really did seem like it was a day defined by the Giants, and Bayern Munich 5-0 over Rostov, Atletico Madrid 1-0 over Eindhoven. We all were really excited to see what Pep Guardiola would look like with City against Borussia Mönchengladbach, but they obviously in Manchester, my goodness, you look at some of the pictures there, the lightning, the rain, it's terrible torrential weather. That match has been rescheduled for tomorrow though, so we get a nice little bonus if it wasn't enough with Real Madrid, Juventus, and some other giants playing tomorrow. But Napoli comes from behind, down 1-2, and I certainly thought that Napoli, where they stand in Group B, they have a very good chance to get out of this group, and they come from behind and pull out a 2-1 win. So good for them, because I think the Italian Serie A clubs, especially after Roma's exit and the playoff losing to Porto, the kind of reputation of Serie A needs to be built back up a little bit, and Napoli fighting back without Gonzalo Higuain, which I thought would be a big thing that would hurt them in this Champions League campaign. They come from behind and they find a way to get the win. Also in Group B, we had a draw from Benfica and Besiktas, and obviously, with that one, too, it was a close one through and through. I didn't really focus on that one as much. But PSG and Arsenal in Group A, we all account for them both coming out of Group A. But PSG jumps out to a very early lead, in the beginning of the match. And then Alexis finds the back of the net later in the game to put one on the board for Arsenal. And PSG, it's a difficult situation for them because no Zlatan, David Luiz back to Chelsea. So really, the two guys who are kind of the enforcers, who give them that toughness and just have that ability to close things out, I think that's where PSG is going to be surely missing the players of the caliber that they have. And PSG, as it is a club where they really want to continue to reach new heights in this competition, and maybe that would have been a possibility with a guy like Zlatan and David Luiz continuing to progress. But without the two of them, certainly I don't think that they could have any more expectations. I mean, last season they reached the quarterfinal basically, and they play Manchester City, and Man City's able to advance against them. But I think when you look at this PSG team against Arsenal, the end of the game surrendering their goal, that kind of tells you the struggles they're going to have against the other top-tier clubs. But obviously, day one of the Champions League being back, Barcelona are the biggest winners on the day. It seemed like every second you looked, they were about to score another goal, and they certainly did. 7-0, Messi, 4 goals, Suarez, a goal, Neymar, a goal, 4 assists, Iniesta, a goal. It's something they need, and at the beginning of the season when I was picking my prediction, I picked Barca to win the Champions League this season, and Real Madrid obviously wins it last season, but we just haven't seen repeat winners in a long time. I think it's very hard to do. Barca, we all thought, had a very good chance of doing it last season. They came up short against a great Atletico Madrid side. It's so difficult to win this competition back-to-back with all the matches that a side like Barca plays in Copa del Rey, La Liga, the Champions League, everything else. They just play a lot, and that's a lot of wear and tear, and sometimes I think that all catches up to you, and it did catch up to them last season, but sometimes that's good. It gives you a little bit of a refresher. It helps you stay focused, lock back in, and they certainly do lock back in after what we saw them do against Celtic, and that's obviously a very dangerous group in Group C. But Barca, Man City, when the two of them play against each other eventually in this competition, in this Group C, man, that is going to be one to watch out for. But until tomorrow, I will be back to break down what we see from tomorrow's action. Just so good to have the champions back. Until then, Jersey Joe Archino here with the Sports Vault. You can follow me on Twitter at Joe Archino and on Instagram, Jersey_Joe_Archino. And I'll catch everybody in the next episode.